I am Mikhail Guzman. You're witnessing history. This is Fantastic Tangent. Still remote in Houston. I'm here once again with Jody, looking like a hostage victim here against her will. How are you doing, Jody?
Okay.
Y'all don't realize how much she has to tolerate as far as my clownage. Speaking of clownage, I wanted to talk about getting here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I took a road trip out here to Houston. I took the Greyhound bus, which we will get to.
Yeah.
But first, I have to talk about something that happened before I even left. I like to be very prepared, and I had all my stuff together, packed the night before, ready to go, ready to just get up in the morning, throw some deodorant on, get out the door.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem. So,
You created a problem because you were trying to be prepared.
that's pretty much what happened. There had to be some hitch to keep it from being smooth because that's the way I roll. There's always got to be some wrench. And if there isn't from external, I'll be the one to create this fucking problem. So, this is where the stupidity begins. For some reason on this trip, I decided that I think it would be safer if I leave my key here in Austin because I was just worried for some reason that I was going to lose it out here.
Right.
And I've been out here how many times now?
Several times.
Yeah. So never thought of it before, but for some reason this time in my head, I just have it in my head like, oh, I'm going to lose this key. I'm going to lose this key. So I'm trying to think of places to stash it, where I'm going to leave it or whatever before I come here.
Right. Because that would be the most logical thing to do.
It's common sense, of course. Just leave your key behind for somebody to find. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Make this happen.
Yeah. So my plan is I'm going to tape my key to the top of my door light.
Okay. Right.
It'll be fine there. Nobody can see it. Nobody's going to come up there anyway. So we're good.
Yeah. You got nothing in there to be taken.
Right. No expensive equipment. No priceless memorabilia or memories at all.
Yeah. Which I'm sure they would go for first.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't go after the TV or the music stuff.
Yeah.
They would go after my Australia coin, or they would go after the picture of my grandma and grandpa.
Oh, yeah. Or like different stuff that you will not let go.
Yeah, and then when I file the theft report, the police come out like, why do you have us out here for a fucking picture?
Yeah.
No. So anyway, I do...
Picture of grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. Abuela y abuelita.
Yes.
I come to my senses after I did a test run. Like, I put my key on a piece of tape, and I stuck it up there, and that's when I kind of had the realization, like, what the hell am I doing? This is so dumb. You're not going to lose your key, man. You're going to take it with you. So the key is on a piece
How far did you get before you realized that?
I got as far as, actually taping it up there just to see.
Oh, you taped it. You went and tried to see if it worked.
Yeah, to see if it was noticeable or not.
Okay.
And it wasn't. It wasn't.
Goodness.
It was still well hidden.
Okay.
Like, nobody would have found it.
Okay.
But it was still a dumb idea anyway.
Okay.
Because it was too much. It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
So I decided not to do it. And I just put the key where I normally put the key, on my desk.
Okay.
In the living room. So the next morning, it's about time to leave. I'm supposed to be out the door by 6:45 a.m. I have everything packed already. I'm ready to go. I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for the time to come, watching little YouTube clips, silly shit like that. So distinctly at exactly 6:13 is when I decide, let me grab my key. Go look to my spot where I usually put my key. Key is not there.
What 6:13?
Yeah, 6:13 on the dot. I looked at the time.
Okay.
Because I knew it's like, damn, how long is it going to take me to find this key? Because it's not where I usually leave it. I don't remember leaving it anywhere else. Like, what is going on?
So you lost the key before you even got to Houston.
Yes, exactly.
Well, hey, at least that took that part out, you know.
I lost the key.
Make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah. So I start looking around the apartment in obvious spots where I would think that I would leave the key. It's nowhere to be seen. And a couple minutes have passed, and I'm freaking out because I need to be leaving in like half an hour. And I start panicking because I'm looking under shit. I'm looking in places where the key obviously wouldn't be, because the problem is I know what gets me, because I start getting really frustrated, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm walking around my apartment literally like, fuck, fuck you, why is this, why now, why today, why this? I'm in my apartment by myself just, fuck you, fuck you. Because I'm freaking out because not only is the key gone, it's not just a loose key anymore. We're in a situation where there's adhesive affixed to this key. Mm-hmm. So this key could have been taped to anything. So I'm like, fuck, this thing could be anywhere now. The game is, like, it could have stuck to me and I was in bed. Like, it could have stuck to the bottom of the desk. It could have just, it's a fucking disaster. It's a mess. So I'm like, I'm not going to find this key in time. So I'm going around, and it's literally like 5 minutes pass, 7 minutes pass. And the more time passes, the more I'm like, I cannot fucking believe I've made these plans. I'm on a tight schedule. I need to leave in order to make this fucking bus. So I'm just like, which does not help me find the key at all.
No.
But the more time passes, the more I'm doing it. So I'm making it take longer by tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, it was a sight to see. I'm just like, fuck yeah.
You were overwhelmed.
Yes. So I'm doing another sweep, and sure enough, this is what had happened. Night before, I'm watching Netflix or whatever, feel like I want a little snack, so I go grab a bag of old chips from my job, plop them down, on the desk, do some munching. And we'll talk about some munching later.
Chips.
Yeah. So I'm munching on the chips. It's fine. What I totally forgot was I put the chips back on the dinner table. Mm-hmm. Where I had plopped those fucking chips was right on top of the keys. So the key.
The one key that has no keychain on it.
Yes. Just a single key. Just a loose key, which should be affixed to something to help you find it easier, which should help you keep track of it better. No, just a key. Mm-hmm. Just
with tape on it.
Just this key. Yeah, here's key to my apartment. Just have it
Oh.
I don't need keys for anything else, so just the lone key.
Yeah. Well, that gives you reason to come up with ideas of how not to lose a key.
Common sense. Jody is thy name. So, finally, after searching for about 15 minutes, for some reason I'm compelled. I'm shifting stuff around on the dinner table.
Are you trying to call me common?
No.
Because my sense is common.
Which is a good thing. It's a good thing to have common sense.
Because you're uncommon.
Yeah, which is bad. You're supposed to have common sense. That's why it's common. Like, everybody, you're supposed to have it. If you don't have common sense. It's like saying you don't have teeth or you don't have your pinky. It's like you're supposed to have that, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So I just do these dumb things sometimes. And so what happened, the key, when I plopped those chips down on the desk, I plopped them right on top of those keys. The key, which was stuck to a piece of tape. So that tape stuck to the bottom of the chip bag.
Tape on the key is much better than a keychain.
How so? Oh, I see. You're clowning.
I know.
Harsh.
Let's put tape on the key.
That way I can just stick it to anything when I'm going around. That was the thing. That's another part that was so dumb about it. The moment I realized I was not going to do that,
Yeah.
I should have taken the tape off. But no, I
Yeah.
just put it right there.
Just put it down.
Sticky side up, just begging for something
Okay.
to happen bad to freak me out.
Okay. So you were eating chips.
Yeah, when I was eating the chips, like I had plopped the bag down,
Yeah.
like right on top of where the keys were. So just the tape stuck to the bottom of the bag.
Okay.
So at the end of the night, I had moved the bag over to the dinner table.
Must have been some good tape.
Yeah, I guess so. It was Red Bull sponsor tape. It was like swag.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like swag, like free tape.
What? I've never gotten free tape.
I can't remember what I signed up for with Red Bull. Damn. Red Bull. What's up? Money?
Tape.
They sent me a box for some reason. I don't know what I signed up for or whatever, but this was a long time ago. They mailed me a T-shirt and that tape and like 4 cans of Red Bull. And I don't even really like Red Bull.
They still record on tapes. What they say? Sending out mixed tapes.
Yeah.
Betty Boop
Fire.
in the mail.
Yeah. Fire mixtape, Betty Boop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that? Yeah.
So yeah, I finally find these keys just basically with like 15 minutes to spare before I had to leave. And it's just like, wow, you are...
So you weren't looking for it. You just found it. Did you look under the chips?
I didn't purposefully, like I didn't realize, oh yeah, I had those chips and I moved
Let me
the
look
chips.
at- yeah.
I should look at... No, it was a complete stumble upon accident because I was just rummaging through the stuff on the dinner table again. And it's just like... And it was one of those things where you ever done something or you lost something and when you found it, like in that split second, the whole process rewinding back to how it came to that point. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that's what happened. You dumb, poor decision, overly safe guy.
Overly safe.
Yeah, didn't need to do all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, got the key, so I can go. Now, took the Greyhound, and anybody who's ever taken the Greyhound probably has their own horrible Greyhound experience story. I've taken the Greyhound quite a few times. Only had a couple bad, like, not so hot experiences. The first one, I'm not going to get into. That's a whole other story. And you've probably heard it anyway from my story notebook of shit I've already told you about time and time again, thinking I haven't told you.
You can check. Probably you have to see if you checked it off or not.
Yeah. So here's another story you've already heard, but we got to act like you haven't heard it before.
Okay, which one is it?
This is the trip of me coming up here with this certain lovely couple.
Lovely couple.
Wonderful man and woman. Yeah. I get on the bus. I move towards the back because I'm half black, so it's just kind of natural instinct to move towards the back.
Yes.
And I find an open spot. Like, it's actually kind of like sort of full. It's not like I have open season. It's kind of like I do have to pick a little bit. So I find, set of seats that are open. Immediately put my backpack in the overhead compartment.
Also, all the bad people and the rough people sit in the back.
Yeah, another reason why I go to the back,
Yeah.
fool.
Yeah, you're like a tough guy. You're like,
Yeah, Houston
I'm
Toe
going to the
Squad,
back.
man. I'm rough. I'm rugged.
yeah.
Fuck
I don't
that.
sit in the front.
Yeah.
That's for y'all.
That's for y'all.
Scaredies.
Front's for y'all bitch niggas.
Yeah. Chicken guy.
Restaurant. So, yeah. The problem is I don't case my surroundings before I select the seat. I just see an open seat, and I'm like, okay, I'm committing to this. So, boom, put the backpack in, go sit down, and then I start casing my surroundings. First thing I see out of my peripheral vision is a fucking crackly-ass leather foot just laid out. Like, this dude is like one of these, like, homeless tan. A lot of drugs in his background. and probably actively still to this day type looking fellow.
Even when he gets his hands on it.
Yeah, and he's just laid out. This is his personal, like, he's in first class right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just foot just
He's
out.
like, I'm gonna get a train ride, a bus ride, take a nap the whole way there and back. I mean,
or just be as comfortable as I can be with no consideration to anybody else on that bus. Because foot was just all up in the aisle. So that's the first thing I saw with my peripheral. And he just starts turning my head and seeing more and more of the scene unfold. I see him. And then behind him, I see, just by looking at her, I can tell, like, okay, these two are, like, they're road crew. Like, they're rolling together. Because she has this stereotypical, you know, druggy, redneck, sorry type of look happening too, like older lady. And so I'm like, wow, okay, you know what? Because the bus is still starting to fill up. So it's going to be an issue if I try to move somewhere else, because I might, you know, not really get a good seat.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, damn, I guess I got to stick with this.
So where'd you sit?
I stayed there.
Where?
In the seat that I picked towards the back across from this guy.
Oh, across from him.
Yeah, he's like...
But you sat in by yourself?
He's across from me. Mm-hmm. And
But you sat in the seat by yourself?
Yeah. And, you know, part of his foot just laid... No, I'm just kidding. So, I just decide, you know what, I'm just going to stick with this. It's a little 3-hour trip. I got my earphones. I'm just going to be trying to sleep and just listen to a podcast or something. It's cool. The thing was, at that time, he wasn't really saying anything. So I thought maybe he's on the nod and he's kind of just mellowing out. He is splayed out after all, so it's like maybe he's resting for a while. Mm-hmm. He was not resting for a while. These two were going at each other pretty much the whole trip. Would not shut up the whole trip.
But they weren't sitting in your seats, like by you? They were just sitting like across from you?
They're sitting, across.
Oh, okay.
Across. Yeah, if they were sitting next to me, there's no, like...
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Might as well have been, though, with their domineering, like... They were pretty much putting on a show. They thought it was all about them on that bus. Like, no sense of, hey, y'all are talking to each other, keep your voice down. Mm-hmm. Nothing like that. They're, like, yelling at each other. You know, at one point, I just hear, bitch, fuck you, bitch, fuck you. And she's just like, well, fuck you. I don't give a fuck you.
No, fuck
it's like,
you.
Bitch, hey, let me use your phone. You gonna give it back? Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna give you your fucking phone back. You promise? Yeah, I fucking promise. I shouldn't have to promise. Just give me your fucking phone, bitch. She's like, because last time you didn't give it back. She's like, give me the fucking phone. It's just back and forth over and over.
Yeah.
There's no advancement to this exchange. It's just like a loop of this. Mm-hmm. So that settles down, and I fall asleep for a little while, and then I just wake up to this, hair, that's my hair. Stop it, that's my hair. And then I hear like this clattering as if like maybe somebody had dropped the phone or something like that. And you know me, normally I'm the type of person where if something's going down, I kind of like will see like, well, maybe I have to be the one to say something. Because it's obvious at this point, because we've been on this bus for like an hour and a half by now when this happens, that nobody else is going to say jack shit to these people. So I'm like, do I got to be the one?
Uh-oh.
And I'm just like, this time...
Not gonna say anything.
No.
Yeah. No.
I'm not. I didn't look over there. Nothing. I just was like, just gonna put on another podcast, man. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it this time.
Yeah. Because
I knew it was like theatrics. Because if things are so bad between them, why are they still hanging out together? You know, it's like one of these love-hate type things that they got going on, and I'm not amused, and I don't care for it. But yeah, when they aren't arguing, the guy is filling the time by singing his own little songs. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's another big thing. The main thing. So that's how he started. How he started out to begin with. One of the first things I hear him is like, I smoke crack. Crack, 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 crack. Straight up, just like that. I'm not embellishing. Mm-hmm. He just straight up says that.
Crack, 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 crack.
Smoke crack. Crack, 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 crack.
That's what's on his mind. Crack, 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 crack.
Snap, crackle, pop. So that was the first big introduction. But yeah, as I was saying, we're later on in the trip now. this is the thing. They're keeping this shit. They're loud, but they're keeping it between themselves for the most part.
Right.
But then we reach a point where it's like, uh-oh, time to interact amongst the people. Time to mingle. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So-
They're getting bored. They're getting restless.
Yeah, they're like,
I need
people
to
aren't
go.
giving us enough shine, so
Yeah.
we got to push it, right?
Yeah.
So I hear the guy go, hey, got any Cheetos? And I know he's not talking to me because my head is like this, like looking out the window, like, when is this shit going to stop? But I'm not getting worked up about it because I'm like, that's what they want. They want people to be fuming about, like, these motherfuckers. So I'm chilling.
Yeah.
So he's just like, to this dude, he's like, hey, man, got any Cheetos? And the dude is like, no, I don't have any Cheetos. And that's a very specific thing to ask for. It's like,
So he didn't actually have any Cheetos that he saw. He just brought up Cheetos.
yeah, he
out
just
of
brought
nowhere?
up Cheetos. It's just like, hey, man,
Got
got
any
any Cheetos? As if that's something people have on them every day,
Right.
like an apartment key, for instance.
Yeah.
Everybody got, Cheetos, like cigarettes or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got a
You got
pack of
extra
menthol
Cheeto?
Cheetos?
You got extra Cheeto?
Yeah. Can a brother hold a loose Cheeto?
You got any crumbs in
Yeah. So the guy's like, you got any Cheeto crack? So the guy's like, no, man, I don't have any
it? You just want some
Cheetos.
cheese.
So the guy goes, no, man, I don't have any Cheetos. And so the dude continues. He's like, well, what about snacks? You got anything to munch on? And the dude's like, I do have some stuff, but it's for me for later. And so the guy's like, oh, I see. We're not sharing. All right. I see how it is. My favorite part of this whole exchange was the other guy comes back with, hey, do you got any Cheetos? He flipped it on him. What about you? But you give me some fucking Cheetos, bruh. So then later on in the trip, some more notable highlights of this dude's outbursts. We're about half an hour away from Houston. We're obviously not here yet. Got a ways to go. Then like a fucking 5-year-old, he's like, hey, Mr. Bus Driver, are we there yet?
Oh, Lordy.
No, of course we're. We're not there yet. Oh, and I forgot too. I'm fast forwarding. Something else did happen a little bit before that.
Uh-huh.
It was a miracle,
Oh, miracle.
and I've already ruined the surprise. But there was a moment where I see him start looking around for something in the aisle, right? And I don't know if he found it or not, but he grabs his bag from the overhead compartment and he walks towards the front. And I'm thinking, oh shit. Are things actually breaking my way for a change? Is this guy just for some reason just moving to the front of the bus? Like, yes. So, as you already know, because I've ruined it by having to rewind,
Okay.
he was only up there for about 5 minutes. Came right back with all of his stuff. And I was like, God damn it.
He went back to the bus where he belongs.
Maybe somebody told him that's like, you don't belong here. Go back. Just go back.
Yeah.
You know why.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he wound up coming back. And the one saving grace about these people was that they didn't smell.
Oh.
So there was no smell. So it's easier to deal with because you
Okay.
can just look away and ignore them. If they had that standard BO happening,
Yeah.
would have been a rough trip. At least for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it is true, after a while, you can your mind can kind of ignore the smell. It gets used to it.
Oh.
Unless they start shuffling and moving around and kicking up the what's that Peanuts character? Dusty Boy?
Oh yeah.
Pigsty?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pigpen.
Pigpen.
Yeah, so unless they start rustling around, kicking up that pigpen dust, gonna be okay. But anyway, that doesn't even apply in this scenario. I was talking about highlights of other things that he said. So later on in the trip, he's just like, marijuana. I know where to get some good marijuana, too. Who's he telling this to? I don't know. I don't care. I just know this is a dude who just likes to say the name of drugs.
Yeah.
He just likes to say drugs.
crack.
I smoke crack. Crack, 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 crack. Ay, ay, ay. So we start
No
getting,
shame.
we get into downtown area. We're pretty much there at this point. And he stands up in his seat and he starts looking around and he's just like, I can get crack from there. I can get crack from there. I know where to get some good crack over there. Like he's the crack fucking tour guide. If you look to your left, you'll notice the crack spot of Big Dickie.
Yeah.
He's known for selling 80%, I don't know, whatever, drug shit.
I think he was trying to recruit some people that are like him, you know, maybe just putting it out there.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm speaking my truth.
Yeah.
It's like the wish, I'm just, hey, I'm throwing it out there. Yeah. See if the world responds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else into that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah, he's just like, I don't know, crack guy over here, crack guy over here. 98% of the people on the bus are just like, ugh. But it's only those 2% that they're kind of sitting there like,
yeah, like, well,
like,
maybe
what?
thinking about that. So.
I need to meet up with that dude. Like,
yeah.
I hope he's got business cards.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself out there.
Yeah. So we arrive, and we got there early.
Yeah.
So you were gonna come pick me up.
Yep.
I
was gonna.
Yeah. So I'm kind of wandering around a bit, getting hit up by bums left and right with different, bum approaches to get me to give them money.
Oh, okay. Did you thank them?
For the what? Having stories?
Well, did you thank the bums for giving you the opportunity to give them money?
No.
Oh.
I
should have thanked them.
I should have.
You're like, thank you for asking me that. Thank you for asking me to give you $1.
Yeah, thank you for that opportunity for me to gain good karma.
Yeah.
I'm not going to accept that offer, but I do appreciate that you offered that to me.
Yeah.
That is so you have given me a gift.
Yes.
And I know as a
Thank
homeless
you.
person it's hard for you to give gifts.
Yes.
Because you don't have shit. So thank you for the gift of the opportunity for me to be a good Samaritan.
Right. Exactly. Thank you.
Decline.
Thanks, though.
Yeah. So I'm out there, and you did show up.
I did.
On time.
Yeah.
It was just I was early.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, by the time all this happened, I'm ready to get away from this fucking bus station. Let's go. So we start walking away, and sure enough, who comes walking towards us from the opposite direction?
Yeah.
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 The lovers.
The quarrel.
And they started walking by, and the thing was, I wanted to scream. I wanted to be like, Jody, look, no, it's them. I gotta tell you about them. But they're like right there. So I can't be like, hey, Jody, let me tell you about these motherfuckers right here. So I'm like, I'm trying to be quiet. So I wait till they pass us by, and I'm like, ugh.
Is that why you hugged me for so long?
Awkward pause. So I had to let them pass us by. So once the back was turned to us, I could turn and go like, Jody, those two right there, that fucking power couple, they were a living fucking stereotype. Mm-hmm. And I haven't had that bad a time on the Greyhound in quite some time.
Well, you encountered them one more time before you got out of there.
It had to be a final, send off. Now you can clear it out of your system.
Mm-hmm. It was meant to be. They were meant to be in your space.
Speaking of, what if on my return trip?
No, that won't happen. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It was just that moment where it's like y'all kept crossing paths. Y'all crossed paths over there, then y'all crossed paths again while y'all were walking outside, and just even though y'all got there together, but still. You didn't cross paths with everybody else that was on the bus. But those two, somehow y'all were magnetized. So it happens. You don't know. So you kind of
Crack, 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 crack.
yeah.
So yeah, that's my little journey
Yeah.
to arrive here.
Yeah.
And I did arrive here.
You did.
And yeah, that's it for this one.
Okay.
So on behalf of Jody Perry,
Yes.
I'm Mikal Guzman saying thanks, Alfredo. Have some Cheetos.